So all over my For You page is this story about a woman sharing that she fell in love with her psychiatrist. And I'm not going to comment on that story because I don't know anything about that person, but I will comment on the relational therapy aspects at play when someone has romantic transference for their therapist. One, it's very normal. We talk about it in school. We talk about it in ongoing supervision. We have a lot of education around this most of the time as therapists, and especially as a relational therapist, something that I say to my clients a lot is that the relationship between the two of us is a microcosm for the relationships that you're going to experience in the macrocosm of the world. So you may experience something like trust and safety here. You may experience something like vulnerability here. And then the idea is that you get a sense of what that feels like, and then you can go have it with someone else. So a lot of the times people have romantic wounds and or traumas from their childhood, attachment wounds, those types of things that they're bringing into therapy. And then if they're able to experience a new emotion with their therapist, if they're able to experience maybe what it feels like to be accepted, or what it feels like to be cared for, or what it feels like to have a new experience with that therapist, we could easily confuse that feeling for romantic love when really it is just professional acceptance, or unconditional positive regard, or support, or any of those things that we maybe have not experienced in our life relationally before. And so then if we're able to voice the romantic transference that's coming up and say, hey, I think I have feelings for you, the therapist is then able to explain that and say, oh, this is totally normal. The therapist actually shouldn't just cut you off from being able to explain those feelings and having those feelings, because actually if you're having feelings of accepting love and connection and all of those things in a professional sense, if you're experiencing something new with that therapist and you are confusing it for romantic love, that's a way that we can kind of talk through what's happening, what emotions are coming up, what new experiences you're having, and then we can move forward. And that person won't feel like, oh, it's a bad thing for me to feel this. No, there's nothing wrong with you for feeling that way. That's totally okay. And if the therapist was just to cut off the relationship because there's romantic transference and not explore, get curious, set boundaries appropriately, and model good behavior as a professional in that sense, then we're missing a huge opportunity for relational healing. So that's all I wanted to say on the matter. I will not comment on the actual video or any of that stuff, but I thought it was a good time to kind of talk about that relational therapy aspect.